Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've decided to bundle similar topics together. In this video, we're going to be talking mostly about vocabulary, and what I've done is I've put all of my vocabulary topics together in one long video, which will be about 1 hour. I have put timestamps at the start of each new segment, so you can check in the comments down below for when your grammar point is. Just click on that if you wish to jump forward, if you understand them all. If not, sit back and enjoy, watch from beginning to end and see how much vocabulary you learn. So let me know in the comments below if there are any other grammar points or some vocabulary topics that you would like me to make a video about. But until then, sit back, enjoy, let's watch an hour of vocabulary. The first word we're going to talk about is pronunciation, because a lot of people say pronunciation because it comes from the verb to pronounce, but it's not pronunciation, it is pronunciation. 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 The second word we're going to talk about is always mispronounced. Now, it is a fish. When you cook it, it is very pink. Comes from Scotland. Salmon. A lot of people say salmon because it has an L in it, but the L is silent. So it's not salmon, it's salmon. Try that for me. Salmon. Our third word is this word. S-U-I-T-E. Sooty. 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 No. We pronounce it sweet, like the snack. Sweet. Chocolate. Candy. Sweet. A suite is a posh room in a hotel. Wow, they upgraded us to a suite. Now, if you live in a house or a condo and you have your own bathroom attached to the bedroom, this is called an ensuite, which is a French word. And we are going to do some more French words in a couple of minutes, okay? The fourth word on our list today is this word. Now, how do we pronounce it? Well, it depends where you're from. I'm British, so I say aluminium. But Americans pronounce it aluminum. 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 American. Aluminium. Aluminium. British. Which one do you say? Drop it in the comments down below. The correct one is aluminium. Just saying. The next couple of words on our list today come from the French language. As we've talked about before, the English language is made up of a lot of French words and Germanic words, but the next couple of words are from the French language. So what is this word? Bouquet? No, bouquet. The ET ending in French words is pronounced A, so it is bouquet. A big bunch of flowers is a bouquet of flowers. So guys, any guys watching this video, go out, buy your girlfriend a lovely big bouquet of flowers. Not for any other reason other than she deserves it and you love her very much. Thank me later. The next French word on our list is this word here. Hors d'oeuvres. Hors d'oeuvres. So it's a lot shorter. Hors d'oeuvres. 2 syllables. What is an hors d'oeuvre? An hors d'oeuvre is like little finger food, little bits of food you eat before a main meal in fancy restaurant, or if you're at a house party and someone brings out lots of little snacks. Hors d'oeuvres. Getting hungry now. Could go some hors d'oeuvres actually. This next word isn't overly pronounced incorrectly, but it is a common one that we want to include onto the list. Apostrophe. Apostrophe. An apostrophe is the little comma in between letters. We use it to show possession. The dog's apostrophe S bone, or we use it to show that a word is missing, apostrophe S. As we saw in the last video about the verb to be, oh, that was a nightmare. I hope you understood it. You'll probably need to watch it a couple of times. Contractions are where we join words together and we throw away some of those useless letters. I'm. I am becomes I'm. I apostrophe M. So the apostrophe shows a contraction has happened and we have thrown away some of the letters that we're not using. Number 8 on our list, this word right here, It's not ballet, because again, we're still in French words. ET is a sound. So this word is ballet. Can you dance ballet? I can. Some of my students are ballet teachers and they're learning English as well. I think that's quite interesting. What do you think? Where do you go to sit and get a nice cup of coffee? An espresso, latte, matcha, a frappe? We go to a cafe. A lot of British people, especially round about the London area, call it a caf. I'm going to the caf. But the correct pronunciation is cafe, 2 syllables. Cafe. Number 10 on our list, still in French words, is this word right here. Cliché. Cliché. 2 syllables. What is a cliché? A cliché is an overly used phrase for something. Thai women only eat somtam. That's not true, but it is a cliché. Blonde women are stupid. Also not true. A cliché. So a commonly overused phrase to represent something is called a cliché. One word, 3 separate words in it, 2 letters in each. Déjà vu. Déjà vu. What does that mean? It's that feeling you get like, I've been here before. I've done this before. I'm having déjà vu. It's used in the first Matrix film to show that there was a change in the Matrix. Something had been changed. That's when it all went wrong. Great movie. Word number 12. Carte blanche. Carte blanche. No, carte blanche. Carte blanche. We don't pronounce the E's at the ends. What does carte blanche mean? It means you have freedom to do whatever you like. I want you to design me a new bathroom. You have carte blanche. Do whatever you like. Word number 13 for today, and the last of our French words, well, for this list anyway, is this word here, etc. Usually we see it written as etc, but we pronounce it etc. What does it mean? Well, it's more from Latin than French, but it means and this, and this, and this. It's not a phrase or a word that I use very often because I find it very lazy when teaching English. So, tell me about some different Thai foods. Somtam, pad kra pao, chicken fried rice, etc., etc., etc. And this, and this, and this, and this. When you're teaching English, when you're speaking English, it is quite lazy, but it does have its use. Number 14 on our list is a word that nobody pronounces correctly unless they've used it before. And it has 2 completely different meanings. Patient, 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 patient. It's a CH sh sound. You want to know how to pronounce them? Link in the video below, CH, SH words. Patient. Now, it has 2 separate and very different meanings. Patient as an adjective means the person who is able to wait, not be worried about time, take their time, no hurry. Oh, you're running late. Don't worry. I'm a patient person. Not always, but most of the time. Now, as a noun, a patient is a person receiving medical treatment in a hospital or a medical clinic. Patient. They're both pronounced exactly the same. It just depends on the usage, whether you use it as an adjective or whether you use it as a noun. Number 15 on our list. I hear this word pronounced incorrectly all the time because it's a difficult word to pronounce. So H-U-G, hug. Everyone loves a good hug. But when you put an E at the end of it, it becomes huge. Huge. Huge means very big. Yai mak in Thai. Huge. Look at the size of that palm tree. It's huge. Number 16 on our list causes confusion all the time. This word here. Because it comes from the word photograph. Now with photograph, we emphasize the photograph. But with this word here, a person taking photographs, photographer, we stress the tog. So photograph, photographer, photography, photographer. Number 17 on our list is an adjective that is always pronounced incorrectly. It comes from the verb to determine. So when we turn that into an adjective, we add the D at the end, which is a D sound. So it's determined. But when you look at it, it has mind in the middle. So a lot of people pronounce it determined, but it's actually determined. Try that for me. Determined. I'm determined to do this video great. How am I doing? Let me know down in the comments below. I have tried to slow my voice down. I do get a little bit excited when I do these videos, but I will slow down. I will get better, I promise. I am determined. Number 18 on our list is a day of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday? That doesn't sound right. Wednesday. 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 Wednesday is the middle of the week. Sometimes people refer to it as hump day because it's the middle of the week, so it's like a hump on a camel's back. Wednesday, hump day. What's your favorite day of the week? Let me know. Number 19 always makes me laugh. This word here, often. Again, silent letter, silent T. There are many words in the English language that have silent letters on them. There is a video coming soon where I'll talk about many more of them, but today we're going to talk about this one. Often, 2 syllables. Often, not often, often. People often get that one wrong. Number 20 on our list also contains a silent letter. Now this letter that is silent is the letter P. That's quite an unusual one. There aren't many silent P words. There are some, but there aren't many. But this word in itself is quite funny. I always use this as an example of how strange and crazy the English language is. Empty. E-M-P-T-Y. So if we take the P out, empty. If we have M-T-Y, empty. Or we can just have M and T, empty. It's the same sound. It's just useless words. It's like the word Q, Q-U-E-U-E. Q is when you form a line after other people. But the word Q is just the letter Q with 4 words waiting in line after it, in a queue. So if we get rid of M and T, this part of the board is now, that's right, empty. Okay guys, the last 5 letters on this list of mispronounced words are what we refer to as missing middle vowel words. And these are words that are often pronounced incorrectly, but there's a vowel in the middle that is not pronounced. So what is this word here? Comfortable? No. Comfortable. Comfortable. The next word? Restaurant? Restaurant, 3 syllables? No. Restaurant. Restaurant. A place where we go to pay and eat delicious food. Well, not always delicious, but that's the idea. Restaurant. Word number 23 on our list today, average. Average. It means the middle ground. Not really good, not really bad, somewhere in the middle. Average. Average. Not average, average. 2 syllables. Average. Number 24 on our list today, interesting. Not 4 syllables, 3 syllables. Interesting. Interesting. Something that holds your attention, that you find enjoyable and likable. Interesting. Hopefully you find my videos interesting. Click the link, subscribe, comment. Interesting. And the last word on our list today is one that I love very much. What do we call a group of things that we eat that are healthy for you? We have tomatoes, onions, cabbage, lettuce, carrot. Vegetables? Vegetables. 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 I love to eat vegetables because they are very healthy. So that's our list, or my list, of 25 interesting or troublesome words to pronounce in the English language. Practice them all. You can say them the incorrect way if you like. Native speakers will understand what you're saying. there will be something in their brain that just picks up that it's not quite right. It will be a little bit distracting for them. But if you practice the pronunciation of these 25 words, you will sound instantly more fluent, okay? So practice the words. Today we're going to be talking about collective nouns. Collective nouns is a name for a group of people, animals, or things. Come on, let's learn some. Our first category today is animals. Number one for animals, a pride of lions. A grouping of lions as a family is called a pride. Number two, a murder of crows. A murder of crows. So a big collection of crows, they're birds, see the picture here, called a murder. Number three, a parliament of owls. A parliament of owls. Now a big government building where the big heads of state all get together and form laws is called a parliament. I guess it comes from owls seeming to be these wise birds. A parliament of owls. Number four, a pack of wolves. A pack of wolves. So a large family or big group that hunts, lives, sleeps together of wolves is called a pack of wolves. Stay away from them, they're very dangerous. Number five, this one's a funny one. A gaggle of geese. A gaggle of geese. Now this uses GG, which is alliteration. It's a poetic term. Don't worry about that. I think it comes from the sound that they make when they are together. Some people use geese as guard dogs because they make so much noise and they will attack you. A gaggle of geese. Number six, a skein of geese. A skein of geese. Yes, another collective noun for geese. This one means geese that are flying together. A skein of geese. Number seven, a school of fish. Not a school like here, but a large collection of fish that swim together, primarily for safety. It's called a school of fish. I wonder what they learn. Fish stuff. Number eight, a swarm of bees. A swarm of bees. A large collection of bees that usually live in a hive is called a swarm of bees. Also quite dangerous. Maybe not kill you, but they will sting you a lot. A colony of ants. So a big collection of ants, usually in an anthill, is called a colony. It probably comes from the way that they all work together as a colony, like a colony of people. So, a colony of ants. Number 10, a troop of monkeys. So monkeys that play together, live together, travel together. A troop of monkeys. Our next category is birds. Number one, a flock of birds. A large group of birds flying together, traveling together. A flock of birds. Number two, a charm of finches. It's quite a poetic and sweet little term. A charm of finches. Maybe because they are quite charming. So the bird is a finch, and when they're all together, they're called a charm. A charm of finches. Another funny one, number three, an unkindness of ravens. An unkindness of ravens. Ravens are like blackbirds, but there are some differences. You'll have to look up what they are. So when we have these big black ravens together, usually found in the Tower of London, an unkindness of ravens. Number four for birds, a watch of nightingales. A watch of nightingales. This comes from their singing primarily at night, as if they're a night watchman. A watch of nightingales. Our third category, people. Number one on our people list, a crowd of people. A gathering of persons, peoples, a gathering of people, a crowd of people. Now, some people incorrectly say a small crowd. That's what we call an oxymoron. An oxymoron is when you say something that has the complete opposite meaning. A crowd is a large gathering of people. So you can't have a small, large crowd. It's a crowd or a very large crowd. A crowd of people. Number two, a team of players. A group of people that play sport together. A team of players. What's your favourite sport team? Let me know down in the comments below. Number three, a staff of employees. A staff of employees. People that work together, colleagues. A staff of employees. Number four, a band of musicians. A band of musicians. That's where the term a band comes from, because a large grouping of people that play musical instruments together is called a band of musicians. Can you play any musical instruments? I'm a classically trained percussionist, and I can also play the Scottish bagpipes. It's been a long time. My mum wants me to play them more. But no. A band of musicians. Number five, a crew of sailors. A crew of sailors. Sailors working together on a ship is called a crew. A crew of sailors. Number six for people is my favourite. A class of students. A class of students. People in the same room studying together is called a class. A class of students. I would love you all to come to my class. I'd love to teach you anything that you wanted to learn about the English language. Until then, comment, like, subscribe, watch more videos. Our last category today, objects and things. Number one, a fleet of ships. Lots of big ships, big boats sailing together. It's called a fleet of ships. Number two for objects, a stack of books. A stack of books. The best way to get knowledge is to read. A stack of books. Number three, a bouquet of flowers. A bouquet of flowers. Talked about this word before. It comes from the French language. When the word ends et, it's not an et sound, it's an a sound. A bouquet of flowers. Any guys out there? Go out, buy your lovely girlfriend a bouquet of flowers. Not for any other reason other than she deserves it. Thank me later. Number four, a suite of rooms. Connected rooms, usually in a hotel, is called a suite of rooms. Number five, a collection of coins. A collection of coins. A large collection of very rare, expensive coins would be very good. But if you have an area in your house where you keep your loose change, your coins, is a collection of coins. Here in Thailand, we have a food delivery app and a taxi app. It's called Grab, because you grab a taxi. So it's quite ingeniously named, Grab. They do food, taxis, things like that. Look at this picture here. I took this picture this morning when I was waiting for food. So many Grab drivers. I posted it on Twitter. I still won't call it X. I posted it on Twitter and asked people what the collective noun was for a group of Grab drivers. And I've got some funny answers here. I'm going to read them out. The Green Hustlers. A 7-Eleven of Grab drivers. A food gang. A parcel of Grab riders. I like this one. Grabiators. A gathering of grabbers. I quite like that last one. A gathering of grabbers. That was good fun. Which one did you like? Which ones we use? Okay, guys, so that's the end of our video about collective nouns. How many did you know? How many have you heard before? Which one did you find interesting? Let me know down in the comments below. Hi guys, welcome back to Teacher David's channel. Today we're going to be talking about beach vocabulary. This isn't the beach. Let's go to the beach. There we go, that's better. This is the beach. Wait a minute, this isn't the beach. That's the beach. This is the sea. We'll talk about the sea in a minute. Okay, so let's go to the beach. And we're at the beach. Finally at the beach. We're not in the pool. We're not in the sea. We are on the beach. So if you want to come and join me, let's do some beach vocabulary. So we're at the beach today. So we're going to talk about some beach vocabulary. First of all, we're going to talk about some safety. Okay, so sunscreen. Put sunscreen over our arms, any exposed areas of skin. This protects us from the harmful rays of the sun, UVB especially. Now, on your sunscreen, it will have an SPF, sun protection factor. The one I'm using today is SPF 50. That means it has 50 more times protection than no sunscreen at all. So 50 times more before your skin starts to burn. Hat. I don't really like wearing hats, but they're really good for the sun. They keep the sun out your eyes. Because I don't have much hair, it stops my head from burning and my head from going red. But if you don't like wearing hats, what else can we wear? We can wear sunglasses. What type of sunglasses? That's completely up to you. Let's try some different sunglasses on. Sunglasses. Do these sunglasses suit me? No, they don't. Let's try some different sunglasses. Now, these are better. Well, they're only better in that they're black and they're not white. They're still ladies' sunglasses, so let's try some better sunglasses. There we go, we've got some guys' sunglasses on, but these are too cool for Teacher David. I don't think I could get away with wearing these all day. They're really not my style. Again, sunglasses are very subjective. What you like, what I like, what they like, they're all different. So let's try something that Teacher David likes a little bit better. Now that's more like it. These are more my style, but I still feel very self-conscious wearing sunglasses. I feel like everyone can see them, but they do protect your eyes. So let's get on to some real vocabulary, okay? Okay, so some beach vocabulary. What do we have here? This is sand. Now this sand's not quite golden. There are much nicer beaches, but this is a nice beach here. It is off season, it is rainy season, so it is a little bit overcast. Overcast means that it is not very sunny, but the sun's rays still come through. It is still hot. Now, if you look behind me here, what you can see is the tide. The tide is the water coming in and the water coming out. Now we have low tide, which we have here. That's when the water is all the way back. And we have high tide, and that's when the water comes all the way up to here. So you have to be careful when you go to the beach, whether it's low tide or whether it's high tide. Now, why does the water go out? Why does the water come in? That all comes down to the pull from the moon. Yes, that's right. The moon affects the tides. Okay, so we're at the beach. What do we wear at the beach? Do we wear a suit to the beach? No, we don't. You can, but I wouldn't recommend it. It does get very hot. Now, I'm wearing swimming shorts. These enable me to walk along the beach and go for a swim at the same time. Now, for girls, sometimes they wear a bikini, which is usually a two-piece, or they wear a one-piece or a bathing suit. So the difference between a one-piece and a bathing suit is whether you want to go in the water or whether you want to walk along the beach, maybe lie, get some sun, maybe get a tan, as long as you're wearing your sunscreen. Okay, what sports can you do at the beach? Can you see the horse behind me? You can get on a horse. You can go up and down the beach on a horse. Did I do that today? No, I didn't. But what I would like to do today is get some water sports done. Now, for water sports, these are sports that you do in the water, hence the name. So we have jet skis, paddleboard, kayak, canoe. Canoe, you sit inside. A paddleboard, you normally kneel on or stand on and use a big paddle. We can have banana boat. A banana boat is a giant inflatable banana pulled behind the boat. You go round and round, and the drive of the boat's main aim is to make you fall into the water. But if you don't want to go too much in the water, you can go up in the air. You can go paragliding. This is like reverse parachuting, where you have some sort of parachute on you, attached to a boat. The boat again goes really fast and you go way up in the air. That means you get a great view of everything around. So that's some fun things we can do in the water, but what can we do on the beach? One of the most fun things you can do on the beach is you can build a sandcastle. I'm not going to build a sandcastle today, but what do we use to build a sandcastle? A bucket and spade. You can play beach volleyball. You can play with an inflatable beach ball and have lots of fun. So that's some vocabulary that we have for today. Remember, if you're on the beach, have fun, wear your sunscreen, wear a hat or glasses, and protect your feet. You can wear trainers, but it's more common to wear flip-flops or sandals. Okay, so let me know what you thought. Click the link, follow down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys, thanks for watching. Do you struggle with words that sound the same but have a different meaning and are spelled differently? Maybe you struggle with words that are spelled the same, have different meanings, and are pronounced differently. These are homophones and homographs. Let's look at them in more detail. Two funny little words, homophones, homographs. It's got nothing to do with what you think it might do, nothing at all. It's a grammatical term. A homophone is a word that sounds the same, is spelled differently, and has a different meaning. On the other hand, homographs are words that are spelled the same, but also have different meanings and different pronunciations. An example of homophones, see and see. An example of homographs, lead and led. Can you see the sea? She will lead the team. But be careful, that pipe is made out of lead. Let me show you some examples. We're going to start with homophones. We have 10 examples. Pair, pear. A pear, two of something. A pear, a juicy green fruit. I bought a pair of shoes and a pear for lunch. Flour, flower. Flour is a powder used in baking. A flower, a blossoming plant. Don't mix up your flour and your flowers unless you're baking in the garden. This next one causes confusion all the time. To, to. To, T-O, a preposition. I'm going to the store. To, 1, 2. The number 2. To, T-O-O, also or excessively. It's too hot today. Right, right. Right is a connection or a direction. Write, to put words on paper. Knight and knight. Knight, with a silent K, is a medieval person dressed in a suit of armor. Night, a time when it's dark outside, the opposite of day. Daytime, nighttime. The knight rode off into the night. Male and male. I'm male. She's female. Female, girl, male, boy, man. Gender. Mail. Letters and packages, like email, electronic mail. Sun and sun. The sun in the sky. We need sunglasses. Sun. Your male child. The sun shines on my son. Break and break. Break, a device to stop something. Break, to shatter or damage someone. Or it could also mean to take a rest. Hit the brake before you break something. A food one. Steak. I do love steak. Steak and steak. The first one is a piece of meat, usually from a cow, but you can have a salmon steak, pork steak, or chicken steak. But when we just say steak, we usually mean meat from a cow. Steak could be a wooden stake that you stick into the chest of a vampire to kill him. Or it could be something you risk. You have a stake in a company. The last one, homophones, peace and peace. Peace, calm, serenity, calm in the moment. Peace, a little part of something. Can I have a piece of that pizza, please? I just want a piece of cake and some peace of mind. And some peace and quiet would also be wonderful. I hope that made sense to you. I hope it gave you some more understanding about homophones. Now, let's look at homographs. I also have 10 examples. First one, tear, tear. A tear is a drip from the eye, some water. Please don't cry. Tear, to rip something. Lead, lead. To lead means to guide. Lead is a type of material, a type of metal. Bass, bass. Bass is a low sound in music. A bass drum, a bass subwoofer in a car. A bass is a type of fish. Wind, wind. Wind, moving air. Wind, you wind your watch to twist and turn up the winding path. Row, row. Row is to row a boat, a line of things, a row of things. A row is an argument. This is British English. We had a row about the movie we wanted to watch. Close, close. Close means near to something. Close means to shut. Close the door. Close the window. Bow, bow. Bow, girls wear a bow in their hair. We can have a bow tie. Japanese people bow. Don't look at how much hair I don't have. Object and object. It's a different pronunciation. An object is a thing. Anything is an object. A pen, a pencil, a camera, a microphone, an object. To object is to disagree with someone. I object to that statement. Minute, minute. A minute, 1 minute, 60 seconds. 60 seconds equals 1 minute, 60 minutes in an hour. Minute, minute. Where is it? It's very, very small. It is minute. Wound, wound. Wound is to wrap something around something else. A wound is when you cut yourself and you have a cut. It is called a wound. Wow! Homophones, homographs, explained. Did you understand? Don't worry if you never use these words again. Don't worry if you never hear these words again. But they are grammatical terms for what we've talked about. And what did we talk about? Homophones. Same sound, different spelling, different meaning. Homographs. Same spelling, different meaning, most of the time different pronunciation, sometimes pronounced the same. Which ones trip you up more? For me and for my students, it's when people are writing. Take the verb to read. Verb 1, read. Verb 2, read. But it's R-E-A-D. So you have to know the context of the text that you're reading or when you are writing. Did you enjoy the video? Try to put some of them into sentences for me. Comment down below. Let me know what are the ones that you know. Tell me. I'm always fascinated to find out what you all know. Today what we're going to talk about is geography. Many schools don't put much emphasis on teaching geography, and especially not some English words. So come and join us. Let's look at some geography terms. So first of all, we're going to talk about the land that we stand on. Not the water, the land that we stand on. These giant areas of land are called continents, and there are 7 different continents. Here they are here. So we have Asia, Africa, Europe, North America, South America, Oceania, and Antarctica. But did you know that Antarctica, that's the one that's right at the very bottom of our planet, is the only continent that nobody can visit? Well, I say nobody can visit. It has a population of 0, but there are always some people there, and these are scientists working for different governments around the world. But to be able to go to Antarctica, you either have to be a very good scientist or just sneak on with a boat. Please don't do that. You'll get yourself in a lot of trouble. Okay? So, continents. 7 continents. What continent do you live on? Drop it in the comment box down below. Okay, so moving on from the land that we stand on to the waters that we swim in or that we get our seafood from. Now there are 5 different oceans around the world. Now remember, 7 continents, but 5 oceans. Here's a map of the different oceans and where they are. So we have the Atlantic Ocean, the Arctic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, the Indian Ocean, and the one that everyone forgets, right at the bottom, surrounding Antarctica, is the Southern Ocean. Okay, so next up we're going to talk about the equator. Now the equator is this line that runs around the center of the Earth. Now unlike this globe, which is spherical, it is round, the Earth kind of bulges at the equator, which is why places around the equator tend to be a little bit warmer. Now it's separated into 2 halves. We have the northern hemisphere and we have the southern hemisphere. Now a lot of people think that when you flush a toilet in the northern hemisphere and in the southern hemisphere, the water goes different ways. That's not technically true. For toilets and sinks, it depends on the pressure, the flow, and the equipment that you're using. But for many of the oceans that we've already talked about in the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere, they can have different flow directions, and this is due to what is called the Coriolis effect. Okay, so I'll put this down for a second. What we can see here is the line on the map of the equator, and it shows all of the different countries that it goes through. Now, for the 7 continents, 4 of them go through, the equator goes through 4 of them, with the exception of North America, Europe, and Oceania. Okay, let's move on to countries. How many countries do you think there are in the world? You could be here all day talking about the countries that you know, and you still wouldn't know them all. There are 195 different countries. That's a lot. How many do you know? Not even I knew all of them. And there are many that you will never visit. There are many that you can visit for different reasons. Now, when we talk about the UN, the United Nations, they have 193 member countries. So not all of the countries are in the United Nations. 2 of them have observer status, but 2 of them are not in the United Nations. What are they? That's right, Taiwan and Kosovo. So some countries are huge, but some countries are very small. When you look at the size of the country by population or by geographical area, 2 of the smallest countries could be Vatican City. That contains the Pope. That's where the Pope lives, Vatican City, which is inside the city of Rome. It's a city inside a city. And another city is Monaco. Yes, if you're a big Formula 1 fan, Monaco is one of the circuits, the Monaco Grand Prix. Lots of wealth there, lots of boats, lots of really nice cars. So we've went from continents to countries. Now we're going to go to capital cities. For example, Bangkok City is the capital of Thailand. So a capital city is the main city within a country. It usually deals with the laws, it deals with the finances, all of these different things. But some countries have 2 or 3 different capital cities. Bolivia in South America has 2 capital cities. It has La Paz, which is the one everyone thinks of, and it has Sucre. Okay, so one of these deals with legislation, laws, one of them deals with finance and running the country. But what is the capital of South Africa? How many capital cities does South Africa have? 3. Pretoria, Cape Town, and Bloemfontein. It doesn't look the way it sounds, but I did look it up. It is Bloemfontein. So, do you live in a capital city? How many capital cities have you visited? Which capital city would you like to visit? Which capital city would you love to live in? Drop it in the comments down below. Tell me all about your capital city. One place where there are no capital cities, where is that? Let me give you a clue. Some of the driest places on earth. That's correct. Deserts. Desert. What's the difference between desert and desert? Well, a desert is a dry, barren, uninhabitable land, and it's 1 S. Dessert, tasty sweets, ice cream, brownies. Ooh, getting hungry. But how do you remember the difference between 1 S for desert, dry, barren land, or 2 S's for a tasty dessert? I have a little tip for you. Just think about it. 2 S's in dessert, the snack, and just think, I can eat 2 cakes. Well, probably more than 2, but you get the idea. Always remember that. I can eat 2 cakes, and that is the dessert, okay? So how many deserts are there? There are about 33 different deserts around the world. The most commonly known is the Sahara Desert, which takes up much of North Africa. We can see a picture of it here. But it is very large, but it is not the biggest. The biggest desert is, it's a continent you can't go to, Antarctica. Now, for all we know, Antarctica doesn't have sand. It has miles of ice. There might be sand underneath, but scientists don't know. But it isn't hot, it's very cold, and there are no sand. But the definition of a desert is this. So it's a large barren area where no vegetation grows. And that is the Antarctic. So the Antarctic is the biggest area in the world that is classified as a desert. Interesting fact for today. Okay, so we went from continents to countries to capital cities. Now let's look at the people. There are about 8 billion people on this planet. That's a lot to count. That's a very big number. But where do they all live? Okay? So let's look at continents first. Now, by size and the number of people, Asia is number 1 with about 4.8 billion people, followed by Africa with 1.5 billion people, and then Europe with 746 million people. North America has about 579 million, South America 420 million, Oceania 41 million. To put that in perspective for Oceania with its 41 million, the population of Thailand is about 71 million. So there are more people in Thailand than in the whole of Oceania. Most of Oceania is Australia, and most of Australia is empty land. But it's full of lots of dangerous animals that can kill you very quickly and painfully. Okay? So, Antarctica, 0 people, apart from a small group of scientists that we've talked about already. So let's go from continents down to countries. The country with the largest population isn't China, it used to be. China has moved into second place. The number 1 country with the highest population is India. Now it has about 1.428 billion people compared to China that is 1.425 billion people. Now that's a lot of people. To put it into perspective, one of the largest countries, the United States of America, has 347 million people. England only has 47.7 million people. But like I said, in Thailand, just over 71 million people. So, which country has the smallest population? Vatican City. Vatican City has about 800 people. A lot of that are the guards that guard the Pope, the security surrounding the city, because there are a lot of cities there as well, okay? So which of these cities around the world is the safest? Which is the most dangerous? Well, according to some of my Googling that I have been doing, some of the safest places in the world, Iceland. It has a low crime rate, it has a stable government, and it has a high level of security. So if you want to live somewhere and feel safe all the time, move to Iceland. Maybe not if you don't like long, dark, wintry nights and lots of cold. Another safe country is Thailand. Thailand is very safe, especially for foreigners, and this is why I chose to make it my home. I've been to many countries around the world, and lots of the times I didn't feel safe. But when I came to Thailand, felt safe straight away. Anyone that comes to visit me comments on how safe it is. So if you want a safe country, come to Thailand. The food's good, the weather's good, the people are really friendly. It's a great place. So where are some of the most dangerous countries? Well, again, according to Google, some of my sleuthing and researching, we have North Korea. But then we don't really know because not a lot of people are allowed to go to North Korea. This is just the information that comes out from people that didn't like it there. It does look very nice. It is a place I would like to visit, but it is very difficult to get permission to go, and you have to go with a tour group. Another dangerous country would be Afghanistan, which is in the Middle East, which is part of the Asian continent. And then we have Somalia, which is in Africa. And a lot of these countries are dangerous because of political instability, and there are very many wars there as well. Okay guys, so that's our video today about geography. I hope you learned something. It's always fun for me making these videos. I am a bit of a geography nerd. I grew up learning about different countries. I've lived in different countries. I've traveled quite a lot. So I do like to know where everything is. Where are all the people? Where's safe? Where's not safe? Okay? So as a small recap, we have 7 continents, we have 5 oceans, and we have 2 hemispheres. From the equator, we have the northern hemisphere, and we have the southern hemisphere. Okay? So if you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go? Put it in the comments down below. Today, we're going to be stepping into something a little bit different. Shoes. We're not going to be stepping into shoes. I'm going to explain to you about the different types of shoes that people wear every day and for different occasions. I've split this into 7 different topics. Let's find out. The first topic on our list today, casual shoes. Let's start with shoes that people wear every day. Casual, relaxed. So we have trainers, or sneakers if you're American. What is the difference? British people use them for training, Americans use them for sneaking. So for this purpose of this video, I will be calling them trainers. They're great for walking, they're comfortable, they give lots of support. You can have running trainers, more casual trainers, designer trainers. Loafers, slip-on shoes, often leather, no laces. Boat shoes, casual but stylish, originally made for sailors so that they didn't slip when they were on the boat. Example sentences. I wear trainers when I go to the park. Well, actually, I wear trainers every day, but if I'm not working, I wear flip-flops. Talk about them later. Loafers are perfect for a smart, casual look. Boat shoes are perfect for walking on boats without slipping. Our second topic about shoes, formal shoes. These are not shoes that you wear to the park. Maybe you wear them with a suit. Maybe you wear them to work. Let's look at some. Oxfords, classic lace-up shoes for suits, made out of leather. Brogues, decorative patterns on leather shoes. They're similar to Oxfords, but with a pattern. We usually wear these with kilts. Dress boots. Now we will talk about boots later, but for formal shoes, I'm going to include dress boots. Boots, but sleek enough for the office or to wear under a suit. Depends on your style. Let's look at some example sentences. He wore black Oxfords for the wedding. We wear brogues with our kilts in Scotland. Dress boots are more comfortable than brogues and Oxfords. Our third topic, sports and activity shoes. Different activities require different footwear. So we have running shoes, lightweight, made for running. Hiking boots, strong, good grips for climbing up mountains. Football boots, with studs on the bottom for playing football to give you grip in the grass or the AstroTurf. Cycling shoes. These are special shoes that clip into the pedals on a bicycle so that your feet don't slip. Example sentences. I need to buy hiking boots for my trip to Nepal. I wear football boots for playing football every Sunday morning. Cycling shoes help me cycle faster. Our fourth category, sandals and open-toed shoes. For warmer weather or the beach, we have open-toed shoes. Flip-flops, simple, flat, toe thong design. In Australia, they call them thongs, but we call them flip-flops because of the noise they make. Flip-flop, flip-flop. I think I've lost the volume control on my flip-flops because they aren't very loud. Slides. Just slip your foot in, no strap between the toes. Good for in spas or around the pool. Gladiator sandals. Lots of straps, Roman style. Let's look at some example sentences. I wear flip-flops to the beach. Well, actually, every day, unless I'm at work. I wear slides when I go to the pool. She likes to wear gladiator sandals when she goes to rooftop bars. Our fifth topic today, boots. Boots come in all shapes and all sizes. Ankle boots stop just above the ankle, but still give adequate protection. Chelsea boots, elasticated sides, no laces, easy to slip on. Cowboy boots, high, pointed toe, decorative stitching. Wellington boots, wellies, waterproof boots for rain or mud. Example sentences. My wellies keep my feet dry in the rain. Cowboy boots are good for horse riding. Chelsea boots are very comfortable for nights out. Number 6, women's fashion shoes. Now this is a topic I had to research because I don't know much about women's shoes. Some shoes are especially popular for women for different occasions or for special occasions. So we have high heels. They make you taller, often worn to parties or work, and the heels can be different heights. Stilettos. They're a type of high heel but with a very tall, thin heel. Very elegant and tricky to walk in. No, I'm not going to show you. Ballet flats. Flat, light shoes inspired by ballet dancers. They usually have bits of wood in the toes so that they can dance on their tiptoes. Wedges. Heels with a solid base from toe to heel. Usually more casual. Example sentences. She wore red stilettos to the party. Ballet flats are more comfortable for ballet dancing. Her work makes her wear high heels every day. Part 7 and our last grouping for today, traditional and cultural shoes. So in some countries, people wear traditional footwear. I do apologize if I pronounce any or all of these incorrect. Geta, Japan. These are wooden sandals. Majari, India, Pakistan. These are made of leather, often embroidered. Thai fisherman sandals. Light sandals made for comfort in the hot weather and on boats. As an extra today, I'm going to include an idiom about shoes because you know I do love idioms. So here's an idiom for you. To put yourself in someone else's shoes. You don't wear somebody else's shoes and then run away with them. It means to think about how somebody thinks. To think of it from that person's point of view. Don't think of it from how you think. How do they think? Put yourself in their shoes. I put myself in her shoes, and now I understand why she is sad. Also, as an extra point in this video, I live in Thailand. In Thailand, we remove our shoes when we go into somebody's house, or if we go into some shops. So it's polite etiquette to remove your shoes when you go into somebody's house. In the UK, we keep our shoes on, but in Thailand, we take our shoes off. So from trainers to stilettos, shoes aren't just for walking. They tell a story about style, culture, and purpose. Which type of shoes do you wear most? Tell me down in the comments below. Are there any shoes that you never wear because they're uncomfortable? Are there shoes that you always wear because they are really comfortable? Again, tell me in the comments down below. Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to talk about beard vocabulary for non-native speakers. Now, personally, I've been growing this beard for 2 weeks just so I can show you this video. I know it's not the best beard. Yes, it's very grey, but yes, it is very, very itchy. And I cannot wait to show you different styles of beards and then finally get rid of this. So come along, join me, let's learn some beard vocabulary. So welcome back to the channels, guys. Teacher David here. Again, as we've already talked about, we're going to talk about beard vocabulary. Okay, so what am I going to use for the beard vocabulary? I'm going to use initially a beard trimmer and my trusty razor blade. We're also going to be using some aftershave balm at the end. So the idea today is we're going to take this beard. This is an untrained beard. So it's untrained, it's unkempt, it is untrimmed. So I haven't shaved any of this beard for 2 weeks. I'm so excited to get rid of it because it is very, very itchy. So follow me. Let's go through some different stages of beards. There's some vocabulary. Okay? Okay, guys, so I've trimmed the beard. So you can see I've trimmed it under here. I've trimmed it around the edge where you can feel it in your mouth. It gets very annoying. Food gets stuck in it. So this is the first stage. This is what we would call a trimmed beard. Some people like this. It actually feels much more comfortable already, but I am going to continue and we are going to get rid of the rest of it. So what's going to be next? Let's find out. Okay, so this is what we call a goatee. All the way around here, a little bit in the middle, nothing at the side, nothing at the top, goatee. Now, Teacher David had a goatee like this for a number of years, but one day shaved it off, and it hasn't been back since, well, just now. And again, we're just going to shave it all off. So what's going to come next? You want to find out? Okay. There we go. All the bit in the middle here, all the bit around here. Now, it's not very dark, so it's not easy to see, but this is like you would call like a handlebar mustache, motorcycle guy's mustache. So, what's next? Let's find out. And there we have it, mustache. Everyone knows mustache, okay? So we've gone through some different stages of the beards. This is the final one, the mustache. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of it altogether, okay? This is the first time I've ever had a mustache. Very interesting. No, I don't like it. What do you think? And there we have it. Completely shaven. Clean shaven. No mustache, no goatee, no handlebar, no beard, no trimmed beard, no untrimmed beard. But I think you can see where some spots were coming in underneath. Like I said, it does get very, very itchy. Maybe cut myself a little bit here. So what we're going to do now is we are going to apply some aftershave balm. What this does is when you shave, it takes away some of the moisture, some of the oils from your skin. So what you have to do is you have to protect your skin. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to rub this in, all in here. I can't see my own face, so hopefully I do get it all. Treated face, nice and shaved, not itchy whatsoever. So, is that it? No, it's not. We have one more thing. We have one of these. This is a nose trimmer. So don't forget, trim those nose hairs. And if you're getting a little bit older like me, trim inside those ears as well. Okay? So, I'll put a photograph of everything that I used today down after this. So, what do you think? How did you prefer it? Did you prefer untrimmed, trimmed, goatee, handlebar, mustache, or clean shaven? Personally, I like it clean shaven. I feel lighter, actually feel lighter. I don't feel homeless anymore. But if you have a nice beard and you do keep it trimmed, you can look wonderful. It depends on your style. Don't let someone tell you that it's not for you. If it's for you, you do it. Personally, I like it clean shaven. Okay? So, we're going to come to the end of the video now. Tell me what you think down in the comments below. Follow my channel, it is rather new. What we're going to talk about is some different vocabulary for non-native speakers. I am British. I'll teach you some pronunciation, some new vocabulary, and some other different things as well. Okay? So, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I had fun making this video. It took me 2 weeks just to grow that terrible beard. I know it wasn't a great beard, but I could only put up with it for 2 weeks, so that was enough for me. So, okay, thank you again for watching. I'll see you next time.